Let's now talk about local network and remote authentication. Let's start off with Windows authentication. Now, this will involve a complex architecture of components, but the following three scenarios are typical. The first scenario would be the Windows local sign-in. Now here, the local security authority, the LSA, would compare the submitted credential to a hash that's already stored in the Security Accounts Manager, the SAM database. The second scenario would be the Windows network sign-in. Now here, the LSA can pass the credentials for authentication to a network service, either Kerberos or the NT-LAN manager, the NT-LM authentication. So instead of using the SAM database, here the LSA would use the services of Kerberos or the NT-LAN manager to verify the credentials submitted for authentication. And then the third scenario would be the remote sign-in. Now, if the user's device is not connected to the local network, authentication can take place over some sort of like a virtual private network, a VPN, or a web portal. Now, for Linux authentication, you do have local user accounts stored in the /etc/passwd folder. Now, when a user logs into a local interactive shell, the password will be checked against the hash stored in the /etc/shadow folder. Now, a pluggable authentication module, the PAM, is a package for enabling different authentication providers. And then we have the single sign-on SSO. This particular system would allow a user to authenticate once to a local device and then be authenticated to compatible application servers without having to be re-authenticated all over again. Now, in Windows specifically, the single sign-on is provided by the Kerberos framework, and we'll talk about Kerberos later. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next class.